Hi, Gemini. Happy eclipses. All right, guys, you're going to have to stick with me because the messages were flying out for your reading. There's a real, and I kept hearing that nursery rhyme, and I hated it. I remember I hated this nursery rhyme as a child. It was something about when she's good, she's really, really good, but when she's bad, she's really, really bad. I hated that. I don't know why. Because it was so judgmental. Even as a child, I knew that that was wrong, right? But I have not heard that. I have not heard that in years, honestly. But it's coming up. That's all I kept hearing. The minute I picked up the cards and I shuffled, you're being asked to, this is huge for you, and I'm thrilled because I'm a Gemini rising, and something's been brewing too, and I can't put my finger on it. I just can't put my finger on it. And I think for the first time in my life, I'm so tired and so exhausted of always trying to figure it out, find it, explore it, whatever. I think I've just exhausted myself, right? And I'm sure that you have too, but it's like really just like drawing a blank, right? Like I'm giving up, right? Like I'm pulling myself out of the game here because I just don't know. And it's okay really to just sit and say, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I believe in, what I don't believe in. It's like a plethora of useless knowledge. You know what I mean? It's like I planted a piece of grass over here, a piece of grass over here, a piece of grass over here. But where's the lawn? You know what I mean? Where the hell is the lawn? So with what this reading is about, it's about there's something to, and it's playing in the cards here, you're being freed from something. You're being freed from, you're really being asked to claim your heritage and your divine right. And there's a difference between, and I think where this nursery rhyme comes in is that you're playing roles. You're playing roles in your life because you think you're supposed to. You think that, you know, you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to do this. But the paradox here is that you're playing roles, but they're not your roles. Oh, well, doing the right thing for the wrong reason, right? Because I'm supposed to. Because when I'm really, really good, or when I'm really, really bad, you know what I mean? It's like that. And that judgment should not, that was cast on you a long time ago somewhere. And that can be too why I keep getting heritage, right? Like it's heritage. It's like it's not even, it's past life crap. And what I want to say is, when in the cards, I was like, please let a 6 come up in here so I can see where this is coming from. And it did show up. It shows up in the energy through here. You're clearing this. You're clearing this karma. You're being asked to really step into your role and do things because you want to do them, not because you have to do them. Third house Gemini, people very rarely talk about this. Third house is where you step out of the second house, where you're supposed to do this. This is what you're supposed to do, right? The family stuff, all the stuff. This is good. This is really, really good. And this is really, really bad. Just because we say so, right? Then you step into Gemini, and that's where the roads split, right? It's like the third house it's a selfish house. And it's not selfish in a bad way. It's like, you know what? I'm going to see this for myself. I'm going to try this for myself. It's where we experiment with things, anything. It's sex for the sex of, I'm sorry, its example would be, it's sex for the sex of lust. Just, it has nothing to do with the other person. It's, I want to experience this because I want to learn something from it, or I want to experience this just for me, right? That's not selfish, because that's where the bridge comes from. This is all the stuff I've been told, really, really good, or I'm really, really bad, right? There's no in between. That's just where it is. So now Gemini steps into here and it's like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this for myself. I want to play this role for myself because this is my destiny. This is my role. But is it really, really good, or is it really, really bad? It's that guilt, that shame, all of that stuff that's not even yours sits in that house, right? So it's, I really want to do this, but then I'm ashamed for doing it. It's your rite of passage to step into that house and own things that are for you, to see what your soul is here to experience. And that's what you're being reminded of. You are smart. You are intelligent. Don't sell yourself short. Don't let people tell you that you're stupid or that you're dumb or that you can't do this. You need to have trust in yourself. Get back in the game and do things that are for yourself. There's no label good or bad. We're here to experience things, and they're all playing a role. There's no judgment here. Really, you need to remember that. We married this person because we were supposed to, because that's a good thing to do, right? Because Johnny Brown Eyes down the street that probably could have taught me a bunch of stuff was bad. So I did the good thing, and I married the guy or the girl that is sucking me dry. But I'm playing the role, right? You're being asked here to step into your role, your divine right as a soul here to experience the things that you want to do. So there you go. Those were your messages. Recognize your divine heritage and your destiny. Stop playing roles that aren't yours. And there is no really, really good or really, really bad. That's just someone on a power trip somewhere along the line in your heritage that passed that down to you. That makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. You're really good up here, right? But you've got to start applying all of this knowledge. You are a plethora of knowledge. You just need to get the lawn, not the grass. You need the whole lawn. So apply all these things that you know. Find something that lights you on fire and go do it. Go try it. It doesn't mean you have to do it forever, but go explore these things that you want to do. You. That's it. And I don't care what it is. I don't care who labels it good or bad or indifferent. You're being set free here to really go do that. And I think that that's what this eclipse is all about. All you have to do is show up and do these things for yourself without guilt, without apology, without shame. That's your divine right. And that was one of your messages to come in here. I assure you that's why that nursery rhyme came into my head, because it hit a nerve with me even when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I'm like, who the hell is someone to tell me, you know, what's really, really good or really, really bad? But you're a child and you're like, okay, you know, and you get in that third house and it's when you're supposed to run wild. It's when you're supposed to do the things. It's try this. Oh, that sucked. Try this. Oh, that was great. Let me bridge off of this, you know, but go do the things that light you on fire and do it without apology. You're playing roles that are not meant for you, right? Remember that. It's just, you're supposed to remember that you're not shackled here to someone's persona. You're here to explore your soul. People will ask me, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but I think it's really important for you because you need a strong, you know, something to heat you up, and then like those cars that you, and then they take off. It's really about, don't be something that you're not. Go explore what you want to do. I don't care by who's, you know, if you're not killing or maiming someone, go do it, right? If it's not going to hurt anyone, yourself, go do it. Don't be chained to something, I guess, that's not yours. I feel what's happening here, if this is so making sense, is I really think that you're just being set free. And it's a time where it's like so much can only... Did you ever put oil in water? Like those dressings that you made and you had to mix them and then you would watch the oil eventually just rise up to the top. I think that this has been suppressed for so long that it's coming to the top. And that's a great thing. It's setting you free because you're going to align now with things that you never thought were possible for you because you never gave them a second thought. You know what I mean? It's like chaining your dog in a yard. The poor dog knows it can only go so far, right? That's what I feel this feels like in here. So the cards align with that too, all right? You come in with the energy of, and I still have to pull clarifiers. I got so excited because I was like, ugh. You come in with the eight of coins, right? What are you working for? What are you focused on? What are your dreams? Eights are laser focused on the things that you want to do, right? You're a cut above here. Go in your own direction. Do the things that you shine with. It's not about recognition. It's about doing something just because you want to do it and putting your heart and soul into it and not being apologetic for it, right? It changes your whole perspective on life. Literally, you see things differently. Not only see them, you see them differently. This eclipse is going to affect you in a very profound way. Now, when the Queen of Swords shows up, air sign, right? Where are you not speaking up? Where are you not being true to yourself, right? It's usually the things we tell ourselves, and then we act it out in accordance to, you know, how we're supposed to. So that's what you're conscious of, though. You walk into this conscious of this. So it's not something you need to name. You've already named this. You want freedom. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. I see the big vision for this. I see it happen. You've got a creative edge here. The Page of Coins is doing something big in a different way. It's like a scholar, right? It's like, you know, you can do this. You're going to put your creative stamp on it. When this card shows up, it's right about when someone is about to start a different stage in their life. So you are. If you want to go back to school and get something, go do it. If you want whatever it is that you want to do, the coin is tangible. You will feel this. You will experience it in this world, in this lifetime for you. And this is a student. You're starting over. Woo! And that's conscious for you. I'll pull clarifiers for this. Now, where this is anchored, I specifically did this reading because I want to see the energy is very heavy. It's very heavy, and it's worrisome to me that, like I say, I don't do moon readings. I don't do eclipse readings because that to me is sacred space. That's internal work. That's sacred, right? So to me, doing a reading is not, it's someone's sacred space, and I don't want to invade in someone's sacred space. And I don't want someone in mine, right? So that's why I don't do those. But this time is different. The energies are so intense that people are, and they're at a point with this alignment. We've not seen this in our lifetime. We haven't. And it's to a point where people are like, I just can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. It's too hard. I'm sick of trying and falling short. I just can't do it. And they're checking out, right? This energy passes. This is why I wanted to do this, to get ahead of things like that. I'm doing a year projection. We'll get out to the beginning of the year, and I'll show you how this plays out so that we know, we see the light at the end of the tunnel. We don't think this is the abyss here, and it's just going to be like this forever. All right? So that's where this sits. This goes back 3 to 5 years, I asked, right? This is the energy that's bringing all of this for you. It's you feel stuck. You feel like a prisoner. You feel like there's no way out, right? This is not my life. I feel like this, right? That's shitty. And it's not, the thing with this card is, and there's nothing you can't do in your life with this card. That's what this card really means. These are the things that we've been told. You're really, really good, or you're really, really bad, right? Who the hell is someone else to tell you that? Honestly, but we believe this crap until the day we don't, right? And you're busting out for sure, because with this 8 of Swords, it's an 8. You have the power, laser focus, Scorpio, laser focus to do what you want to do, or it'll paralyze you, one of the two. Your advice in here was to re-engage in the game, your game. So I'll pull a clarifier. Your energy coming in is the 5. You're feeling like this. This is temporary, right? But it's spiritually bankrupt, right? it's temporary, but it's spiritually bankrupt, because that's how you feel on the inside, right? This will pass. You just need to reconnect and remember why you're here and the power that you have, and to erase everything that everyone's ever said about you, right? Here we go. Underneath that, you've got the Four of Wands. That could be a marriage. That's a solid foundation. That's a great job. That's anything that you want. That's merriment. That's Mayday. That's the maypole. That's a balanced, you're on solid footing on your terms after a rough patch. And here comes the Strength card, courage, right? Sometimes that's just like, you know what? You've just got to, sometimes it can be brute force. It can be, you know what? I'm just doing this, come what may, right? And underneath that, you've got the 10 of Coins, heritage, lineage. It's coming to you, and it's tangible. You will taste, feel, and smell this, honestly. Okay? All right. Those were your energy cards. Now, going forward here, right, what's coming up here, the doorway for the next year for you, is the Two of Cups. Good health, balance, relationships, give and take. You're back in the game on solid footing, right? This is anything that you want. It's your masculine and feminine merged. You're in a really good spot. The sun shines on this. This is a wonderful card. This, with your energy card of the Four of Wands, if you're looking for a relationship to come in, like a good one, when you start showing up for yourself, that relationship will come in, and it'll look like this. And this, to me, is more, it's the beginning stages. Again, it's a whole new, I think you've got career coming in here. I think your job, your life, your relationships are, there's nothing in your life that won't be touched by this. I assure you of that. Okay. Now, all you have to do with this is make the necessary changes. Pull yourself out of the games that aren't yours. Pull yourself out of this. This is that's all you've got to do, right? And I want to tell you where it's, because you've got 2 5s. You're trying to make these changes in your life. What is my value? Where is my value? Why am I in these relationships and games that aren't even mine? They're working counterproductive to where I want to go. 5s mean you're making changes. You're seeing things differently. You're looking at, hey, how do I show up to this, right? That's what you're doing. And what I didn't mention was I skipped over the energy that's coming in here. It's the energy flushing through here. 6s are past karma, right? They're past karma that is relationships. You know, maybe you were in a relationship in your past life where someone said something really shitty to you before you passed away, right? And in this life, you're still carrying it. You're still carrying that. So every time someone says something to you, you're good, you're bad, you sink into that. It's past. It's being cleared. That's what this is. It's being present, and it's clearing karma. It's clearing karma for sure. That's what I was looking for. When I got that message, this is the card I was looking for, and it showed up. It's the present energy flushing across here. Be present. Be present in your life, right? This also says have the tough conversations. Say the things that you need to say to the people that you need to say them to. Okay? That's all you need to do. Say the things to the people that you need to say them to. And live the life that's yours. Why you're here. People get very, very confused as to why we're here. What am I supposed to be doing? What is my purpose, right? Sometimes in that, what we lose is sometimes all we're really here to do is, you know what, this person in their past life, or I truly believe that people are born through their parents to experience things. I don't think we're born to our parents. I think we're born through them to experience things that they provide, the really, really good or the really, really bad. Because here, what we're supposed to do, you're supposed to do, what I'm here for, my purpose, is to follow your life, to follow the things, to speak up for yourself. That's the purpose sometimes. Know yourself. That's all you're here for. Know yourself. And when you do that, You change little bits of things. It's a piggyback kind of deal, right? So it's not so much the major things that we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to run for president or whatever like that. We're just, you know what? I'm supposed to follow my intuition. I'm supposed to trust myself enough. I'm supposed to remember that I have a divine right here, my purpose, me. That's what it's about. And you move the truck forward. Now, in your home environment, right? Your domestic life, your life. Just domestic life is our life, right? You've got the Three of Swords. This is past hurt. It's past trauma, right? It's past stuff. It's breaking habits. It's I'm not going to feel like this anymore. It's grief. It's shame. It's embarrassment. It's I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm dumb. I'm good. I'm really, really good. Or I'm really, really bad. You know? Oh, you shouldn't go try those things. That's taboo. That's really, really bad, right? You should go do the shitty job and marry the shitty partner, right? And have the shitty life, because that's really, really good, but it's not yours, right? What you're doing here, your hopes, your dreams, your anxieties, right? This is transcendence. It's another 6. It's not only, oh my Lord, it's not only moving forward, your DNA is changing. You know what I mean? So you're going to have backup here. It's not like you're jumping off a ledge. This is moving forward, not knowing where the hell I'm going, but I trust that I'll figure it out. That's what you're doing. Okay, now your outbound card, here's the door, right? This is an overall of this reading. It's not be all end all. If you do not like anything in these cards, you can absolutely change them just by changing your course of action. Honestly, you can. Even the Arcana cards, the universe is working with you in it. The Arcana cards are showing up because those are the places. Those are like the places, right? So you've got the Two of Wands. That's the doorway. That's long-term thinking. You're going to hit resistance with this card. It's not going to be an easy walkthrough. It's planning. It's I'm going to do this. You're getting a lot of backlash with this, though, because we upset the apple cart with this. In this card, you really need to know your value. You need to know your value. That's really what that is. The Two of Wands is I'm going to take responsibility for myself, and I'm going to go forward with this. I'm going to pull clarifiers for you. I was afraid I was going to lose those messages because they just kept coming and coming. But I want to pull some clarifiers for you. Trust in yourself. You had so many messages. Dependence. Depending upon other people. You can't make it on your own. You have to stay with me. I will support you. Don't go think for yourself. Just stay here. Indulgence, right? Lust. Trying something new. Running around back and forth. Oh, that's really, really bad. You shouldn't try that. Who's to say that? How do we learn things, right? You're supposed to indulge. The thing is, though, what happens here is we end up sacrificing when we're having all these labels attached to us. So those are like the 3 gray areas, right? That's what we're supposed to do in that house, though. That's the duality of Gemini. Really, really good or really, really bad. Find your spot and go, right? There's no such thing as really, really good or really, really bad. Those are just judgments cast by other people. Put your guard down. You can protect yourself, so put your guard down. Experience things that you've not experienced before. Allow yourself to indulge in things that you've not indulged in before. Go see, explore. You'll be able to take care of yourself no matter what. You're not stuck here. This card anchors your reading. The flip side to feeling like this is what you don't realize is your untapped potential. There is nothing in an 8 card that you cannot do. That's why it's an 8 card. It's a powerhouse card. It's eternity. You have the vitality in this card to make all of your dreams come true. That's what Scorpio seems to, they don't, it's there. They know it's there, right? They just want to know why. You know what I mean? But your house looking back at you is Sagittarius. Go see. See the forest, see the trees, see the grass, see the lawn. Go test these things for yourself. That's, you know, it's like the book and the teacher. Jupiter and Mercury, right? Go test them. Go join them. It's the best of both worlds. Be your own teacher. Go write your own books. Go speak up for yourself. Do the things that you truly believe in and invest in the things that are yours, right? Another 8. Your life is about to change here. All you have to do is believe that. We have a jumper. Tenderness. You've got the Queen. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. You've got the Queen of Cups here. Nurture yourself. Be receptive. Right? The Queen of Cups, it's tenderness. Treat yourself well. Right? Go do the things that nurture you, that make you feel good, that make you feel alive. The Queen of Cups, she's been through a lot because she's played a lot of roles. You know what I mean? But don't underestimate her. She's receptive. She's open. She's helping. She's charitable. She's all of that. But stop. Let me see, you know, first, like Gemini is really good at, don't get any closer, right? Let me just see what are you bringing to the party here, right? And you should be doing that, but you should be doing it for your reasons, right? Not because you're afraid of someone overpowering you, but because you know you can stand on your own 2 feet, but you'll welcome in things that are entertaining to you, you know? This is a potentially good relationship. Let's see what it has to offer, you know? Show me from a distance, and then the wall will come down. Because I'm smart. I've been to hell and back. I'll show up. I'll give it a shot, you know, because I know that I can take care of myself, but I'm not an easy sell either, right? I've seen, you know, I've seen the promised land before. I want to see, you know, show me first from a distance. Then I'll decide. You'll decide for yourself what's worth investing in and what's not. I have so many Gemini clients that they're brilliant people and they sell themselves short all the time because they're extremely kind, right? All right, I want to see what the 2 of Cups coming up for you is, which is this year coming up. It's the doorway for you. Okay, you've got the Ace of Swords, which is a delay card. Because you need to get this straight. You need to sit with this for a bit. The Ace of Swords is a great card. It's a card, though, of, remember I said it's the delay card? Because you're not running away from anything. But it's also the Ace of Swords. I look at these. I look at the numbers up in the top, too. Because they do mean something. The Ace of Swords is called the, it's usually the orphan card. How ironic, right? Really, really good or really, really bad. You know, does someone value me? Does no one want me? Am I disposable? You know what I mean? But that card is like, it's the Magi card. There's nothing you can't do. You know, look at Wayne Dyer. That story of him just amazes me because he grew up in an orphanage, but he pulled it forward because he trusted himself. But his life, if you look back on his biography, his life was just like anybody else's. But you tend to, you get it together later in life when you figure things out. Like, you know, I can take care of myself. I can learn something. I am intelligent. I am smart, right? I'm capable of this. With the Ace of Swords, the delay is, I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords in here, the delay is that you're going to need to figure this out for yourself. And it's a lot to digest. Just because I'm spewing this out in a reading doesn't mean that this is easy to digest. It's a lifetime of patterns that take a little bit. You don't just flip the switch, but these eclipses are going to help you. They're going to clear a lot of stuff for you, a lot of confusion, and they're going to pick up a lot of what you've been feeling weighing on you. All right, I want to see what this is, because this is all you have to do in here to make this come to fruition. I already know what you have to do because you're trying to do this. It's just you need to remove yourself from that inner angst and the things that you're telling yourself. You are smart enough to do this. You are intelligent. You are wise. You just need to stop believing people's crap. All right, now you've got the King of Swords. So, and he's showing up in here as the Lawyer card. So, for some of you, you may need a lawyer for something. For some of you, you may need to, just like the Emperor, really take more power over your life, right? For some of you, like I said, you're going to be going through things in your relationships. If they've been on life support, the odds are that you'll be freed here. And given that you've got the Lawyer card and in your domestic, you've got the 3. I think you put it this way, the relationships that you've had until now, you're really going to be questioning them. And if they're not providing for you what you need, you're going to cut them loose. You'll do that. And the delay may be, like I said, because these aren't easy patterns to break. These aren't things that are going to happen overnight. You know, people will ask sometimes, you know, why people stay in relationships, or why would someone stay in an abusive relationship would be an example. It's because they've been brought to such levels that they don't think they have an out anymore. And things like that don't just change overnight. You know what I mean? You've got to give yourself time to get your oomph back, you know? So cut yourself some slack, but have enough trust in yourself to realize that this is your life here. And what your real message coming in here was, you just need to trust that and to step out on your own. That's your purpose, to stand on your own 2 feet and realize that there's no judgment there. You know, you've got to look at people that judge other people anyway, you know what I mean? Because that's coming from a place of fear, you know, so you're being judged by someone who's afraid of their self. So, okay. Now, the clarifier here, in your domestic, you've got the 3 of Swords. You've also got the 3 of Swords clarifying you. You've got the same thing. And the card is trap. So again, if someone, my arm won't reach, I'm sorry. It's the trap card. It can be a trap that you're telling yourself, or it can be a trap that someone is trying to sell you. So be aware of that. You're aware of this anyway. What are you moving away from? You know, this can be, like I said, with this is a karmic relationship, meaning it's showing up in here. It doesn't mean it's good or it's bad. It's showing up here to teach you something. Are you fulfilled here? Are you present here? Are you, when I see this card, I always tell people, pay attention to your surroundings. Like, really pay attention. Don't always listen to what someone's saying. Just watch what they're doing. Their actions will always tell you more than the words coming out of their mouth. Anyone, any situation at all, right? But so blindly, we're like, oh, this person, but they tell me all the time they love me. But yet every time I call their phone, they're nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? That's just a brutal example. That's just a brutal example. Give me a moment. I want to show you something here. Your cards are tight too, so they're clamoring up now. I guess I've said enough. Okay. Now you've got the Queen of Swords here, and you come in with her. You've got the Queen of Swords clarifying the 8 where this is. This is heritage stuff. And there's the Queen of Swords. Speak up for yourself. The Queen of Swords too has been to hell and back. That's what you're being asked to do here. This can be something too in a past life. Like I said, there's something around, maybe someone's saying something really horrible to you because you're a widow. This is not you now, but that's the widow card. the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and she comes in too. It can be, like I said, you know, you've got something stored in here that someone said that you're just not able to let go of, and you don't know where that comes from, but you always feel deficient. You're not. You're being asked to really remember that you're not. This lifetime around, you're not. So claim your power, claim your life, enjoy yourself, smell the flowers, and go through the door. There's magic there for sure. Okay? All right, guys. I hope that I helped you in some way. Take a breath, sit down, and just listen. Take it all in.